Welcome back to What's Cooking here on News 12 Connecticut. I'm Heather Kovar. Well, this weekend we're learning not only how to, cook some delicious holiday hors d'oeuvres, but how to add wow to your celebration. We're going to really decorate the table and for cheap. Joining us now from the Cantering Caterer in Westport is Christian O'Dowd. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your tips with us. Now, as the Cantering Caterer, you really work the tri-state area. You're based here in Connecticut, but you have like parties and host parties for like famous people and...
Wait, we work all over the tri-state area, the Hamptons, the city, all over.
Good stuff. All right, so he's going to share some of his really in the cheap things for you to try at home, including, look at this gorgeous candle holder. Well, it's kind of hard to tell right here, but it looks really pretty on your table, and you said you could make this for like really almost nothing. You
can make this for nothing. We had some cranberries and some rosemary in the refrigerator. We took a rocks glass with a votive holder. You could use a shot glass right inside of it, fill it with water and the berries and the other stuff, put it in the freezer. In the morning it's done.
And how do you get it out, though?
A little hot water, warm water, not really hot because the glass will crack, but a little warm water all around it, and it slowly shoots right out.
It just comes right out. This right here, it's all made of ice. See?
And what's really cool is as it melts down, you get the aroma from it as well.
And so, once you fill it with water, then you put the berries around?
Put some berries on the bottom,
okay,
so that the glass doesn't go, the shot glass doesn't go all the way to the bottom.
Okay.
And then fill it around the sides, and then fill it in with water, and then just reshuffle as you're setting it up.
Play with it, and you have like a nice little thing to put across the table.
You can put Hanukkah candles in it, and anything. Anything
that you really wanted. Okay, here's something else that's really cool. This is just the thing of wheatgrass that you said you can get at any florist.
Yep.
And so what have you done?
Well, with here, this is a great, super inexpensive piece. We filled it with pretzels and little water cooler glasses. You've got these in every office. We've done ice cream cones in them. We did a baseball-themed bar mitzvah, where we had a waiter put a strapper on his deck and carry them around and was doing ballpark franks. We've done martinis in them, mini ice cream cones. I mean, the sky's the limit.
You could put your little champagne flutes in here. You know those ones that don't have the bottom? You can finally a place to put them, and people could walk along and pick them up. So that's really neat.
And this will last in your refrigerator for 3 months.
That's amazing.
Spray it, trim it, and then grind it up for a shake.
And I was just saying, if you trim it and use it in your juicer or something, you've got that wheatgrass right there. That's really cool. Okay, now nobody likes to clean the dishes after a party. Right?
It's true.
Yeah, but what can you do? What were you telling me about
the best, most cost-effective thing you can do is call a rental company. There's lots of them nearby. You can rent any color, pattern, thing under the sun. This whole place setting right here costs less than $5 per person, and it's unique, it's bold, it pops. And then for the next holiday, you can do something completely different. And it goes away dirty. It goes away dirty. You don't have to clean it. And then you know what? You don't have it like stored away for the whole year and breaking them. And then you buy something. You go to the store and you spend $45, $50 to buy it anyway. Right. You change your tablescape every single time. Okay. That's really neat. Okay. So now we're all serving. You're going to serve wine or some sort of cocktail, but you don't want to look like you're buying kind of a cheap bottle of wine. Right. But what if you do? One of the best little tricks you can do to give your less expensive bottle of wine a little bit of panache is put it in a decanter. Plus it opens it up too, especially with the red wine, it lets it breathe a bit. Exactly. It opens up by being exposed to oxygen, and you get quite a lot of it as you pour it into the decanter. And it looks really cool. And you're also supposed to do this if there's any cork in the bottom. I mean, especially back the older types of wine, right? As they get older. Some of the older Bordeaux do have a little bit of the cork and sediment that's settled in the bottom, and you want to leave it in the bottle. Yeah, that was right. And that was the original reason for decanting. I think I'm correct. But and that looks so pretty, because it's now the red and the clear, and it kind of goes to the holiday decor, and it's one big thing of flowers you don't need on your table. Right, exactly, exactly. That's really cool. All right, so you also have a lot of hors d'oeuvres. Like you have a huge menu. When you go online to the canteringcaterer.com, is that right? You have all sorts of the different menus that you do. You do summer ones and a summer barbecue. I'm ready to skip the holidays and go right to summertime. You see some great barbecues with jalapeno infused short braised ribs. Oh, we do some neat stuff, yeah. Goodness, it sounded so good. I'm like, yeah, forget the holidays. But you have something right here that you said is a really quick and easy hors d'oeuvre. Super simple. It's a real comfort food, but it's a little bit non-traditional out of the box. We have a panko fried brie topped with caramelized onions and bacon with butter on a little brioche point. That doesn't sound simple to me, but for you said it's really simple to do. It's the simplest thing. It's inexpensive, and the flavors are they're going to remind you of being a kid at Christmas time. All right. Well, what do we start out doing? What's the base of it? Sure. That's just a little wheel of brioche. Oh, okay. But you can use anything. You can use French bread, Italian bread. Any of that? Really, all right. This is what we're going to do. We're going to take a
We're going to show you how to put one of these together and give you some other tips from the Cantering Caterer out of Westport in just a moment. Keep it right here on News 12 Connecticut. All right, well, welcome back to What's Cooking here on News 12 Connecticut. I'm Heather Kovar, here with Christian O'Dowd from the Cantering Caterer. He's based in Westport, but does events all over the tri-state area, so if you're needing anything done for the holidays, you can look to him. But he's going to try to save you some time and some money by showing us some of his tips and treats. I think we're going to go ahead to a treat. What was this again?
Sure, this is panko fried brie with caramelized apples, bacon, and butter, and a little brioche toast. Sounds complicated, very, very simple. All
right, so we're starting with the toast.
Yep, just cut a simple round out of any loaf of bread at all will do, Italian, French. This just happens to be brioche. Potato rolls are really good and hearty. Don't let the word fried scare you, because we're using a non-fat cooking oil.
Okay.
So it's not going to suck it up. Spray a little bit of it right in the pan, not a whole lot. Take your brie, just get any hunk of brie from the store. Press it into the panko, which is simply messy, but Japanese breadcrumbs. Yeah. And then put it right in that pan.
All right, so that's the fried part. That's the fried brie part.
That's the fried brie part.
Okay.
You don't want to cook it all the way through. Just a couple really short time on each side. You want to brown it a little bit. The panko really brings out a flavor, and we use the whole wheat organic panko. So it's really. I
was going to say that panko's a little bit darker than I've seen.
Yeah,
okay, so
whole wheat, really tasty.
Get a whole wheat panko. I didn't even know that was available.
Oh, sure.
All right. It's starting to sizzle up.
Starting to sizzle. You just want to get a little color. Use tongs. Yeah. Just want to get a little color.
Okay.
And then we're going to top it with the caramelized apples and slab bacon.
All right.
Which is really, really intense flavor.
But how do you? Okay.
Pick it up with tongs, right on the toast point. There you go.
And that's it, it's ready.
That is a warm, comforting hors d'oeuvre.
That is. All right, but my question for you is, what does it take to get this mixture together?
Oh, this is the easiest thing ever.
Is it really?
I took 2 apples, put them in a pan with some bacon, and just slow and low. Low temperature, long time, just let them cook and stew together.
You just sliced the apples?
Sliced it up, little chunks, and add a little bit of salt, and it's fantastic.
So, apples and bacon.
And the recipe's on our website as well.
Okay, all right. CanteringCaterer.com, right?
Yes, CanteringCaterer.com.
All right, so now we have something else I forgot to show you when we were talking about decanting the wine. You have a cute tip that's bound to get conversation started at the old family dinner table. Maybe some laughs, maybe some ahs. But what do you have here on this wine glass?
This is really neat. We did this at home not too long ago. Took a simple strip of paper, double-sided tape, and wrote a little phrase around each wine glass.
This one says, where love and skill work together, expect a masterpiece. You know, so cheers to that. So now you have like little sayings that you can cheer to, or you know what, you could be fun. They could be funny.
Oh, sure.
That sort of thing. You could make fun of someone. It could, have their name. It could be their place setting.
It gets conversations going. It's a little different.
Yeah. Right. And again, that's free. Use your typical the wine glasses you have in your cabinet.
Sure. And even use the odd random ones. Make eclectic look intentional.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have anything, but it's supposed to look, eclectic, things like that. All right, so say someone hires you for, a New Year's Eve or a Christmas event or bar mitzvah. I mean, what sort of menu can they expect from you? What are you going to do for them?
The unique thing about our company is we'll do anything under the sun. We spend so much time and energy testing and testing and testing. We've flown in foie gras from France, Kobe beef from Japan, caviar that we shouldn't have gotten from Iran. So we get to do some really neat stuff. But
you're based in Westport.
Westport and Greenwich, yes.
All right. And did you start? Are you originally from Connecticut area?
Yeah, I'm from the New Haven area. We started the company down there and moved it down here in 2000, and it's been nonstop ever since.
Wow, I know. Well, with all these great tips, you're bound to make a lot of people happy. I especially like this. I'm going to use this. If you come to any of my parties or housewarmings, we're going to do something like this. All right. Thanks again, Christian O'Dowd, the Cantering Caterer in Westport. Hopefully, he'll help you have a happy holiday season. And thank you for joining us here on What's Cooking. Join us next weekend. I'm Heather Kovar, right here on News 12 Connecticut.